Alrighty guys, we are back with another bear style video. Today we got something a little bit special in store. We will be ranking our top 5 favorite bear fan games. But before we get into this video and explain to you what our top 5 bear fan games are, let us know what your favorite bear fan games are in the comments. And of course, make sure you leave a like if you want to see more content like this. Alrighty, so just so you guys know, these rankings are based on like uniqueness, potential, stuff like that just really sets these games apart from one another. With that said, starting at number 5, we have Robo Alpha. Now, I'd say this game sets itself apart pretty well. I mean, the whole theme of the game is robotic. It looks like they pay a good bit of attention to the maps, the way that they've set their stuff up, like batteries, you know, instead of finding the cheese, it's finding the batteries. I don't know. It's like they're still imitating it in a way, but they're not just straight redoing it. So I guess that kind of that about does it for number 5. Let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have Goldie, which we were kind of skeptical about adding this one as number 4. We were kind of, you know, figuring out it would be Goldie or Noob hitting number 4 slot. Overall, we just wound up being so disappointed with Noob. We went with Goldie.
Goldie was pretty sick. I love Big Mac Sam. Yeah.
Another con on the game is definitely the fact that they don't have an obby in the lobby.
Exactly. Obby or like something else to do than bounce on balls. You know, other than just the actual gameplay, there wasn't really much to do. So that's why it's in our number 4 slot. Coming in at number 3, rightfully earned place, Liminality. That one just has such a unique experience. I mean, and that's kind of hard to say when you're going from, you know, all these games, they all play the same. You know, you're either survivor or you're bear, and you hunt the survivors until they die or time runs out.
The speed boost was definitely great.
Yep, where he just sprawls out and goes into beast mode, really. Like,
oh, yeah, the animation for that was phenomenal.
yeah, it looked insane. It was very clean and well put together. There were, you know, minor issues with it here and there, but they had really, you know, Liminality had a lot of really good skins. It's basically the rebrand for Yes Plus, so it already had a ton of good attention towards it because of that. I really don't think there was much you couldn't enjoy about Liminality.
I mean, the maps were a little bit plain. That's the only thing I could argue.
Yeah.
There wasn't that much going on.
And they were really, really dark, which made it really hard to maneuver, especially when you were in first person. Alrighty, guys, moving on to number 2, we have Bear Alpha Plus, which somehow wiggled its way up there. Definitely not due to the fact that it has our logo in the game. But seeing as how Bear Alpha Plus has come so far, and it had like basically this really nice redemption to it, with the way that they were doing things in the beginning, it was just straight bad. It definitely still needs a good bit of work. However, it's one of the cleaner Bear games, like being well put together. They redid it to the point where the majority of the characters are like Monty the cat, and, you know, pretty unique on their own. It's not just necessarily Bear. So that's why it will wind up ranking so high on our list. Also, guys, before we move on to number 1, we do have some honorable mentions we just want to throw out there. They were definite candidates for the top 5, but just didn't quite make the cut. So for our honorable mentions, we have Snowman, Sam Alpha, and surprisingly enough, Bear Alt, because they too started to redeem themselves towards the end. It just still needs a lot of work to cut it. And finally, the one that you've all been waiting for and have watched till now to see, our number 1 bear fan game. And I'm sorry, you guys probably already guessed before even clicking on this video, just because of how much we've mentioned it before, but I really do think that this one should just kind of set the ground. This should be the bottom line. Everyone should be trying to outdo this one bear game, and it's Savagers. They just have so much stuff going for them. I could talk about it for as long as this entire video is. I could make an entire video about the good things of Savagers. I will say that they need some work in a lot of different areas, but they are the ones that have like the most unique skins. They're reusing some doggle skins. I mean, you can loot. There's several different types of currencies in this game that just make it, instead of just let's chase the bad guys down, let's go kill the survivors, you know, the survivors are not just solving puzzles, which by the way are more complex than any other bear game I've seen.
when you can come back as a ghost. When
Right.
you die, that was sick. Like you can
Yes.
come in and play but not be there.
Exactly. And that right there is also, it is a game changer. Because instead of
I
just
thought that was
spectating, you can literally walk around the map. You know, you can check it out, which is great for content creation too. You know, we can check out the map even after we die instead of just
Yeah.
being forced to spectate another player. And like I said, I could go on forever talking about the good things of Scavengers, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. With that said, there you go. There you have it. Got our top 5 Bear fan games. And as always, if you want to see any other content like this, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you're new, because it really helps out the channel. You want to talk to Zach, me, and Beeman? Community Discord, link in the description. Other than that, yeah, that's really it. We'll see you guys later.